Hello everybody and welcome back to Imperator, where we need to figure out what our next move here is. We're basically out of money, and so I would definitely like to send some of our forces off to go do some conquest. That would be the best way to go. We have a couple of options. We could head up towards Armenia. We could head over into Garamantia again and just try to take up to this little blocker over here and just get their exclave over this direction. Macedon we're still truced to for 3 additional years. What date was that exactly? That was 3 October of 1045. So like 3.5 additional years. So that is absolutely understood. I think that we should be moving over to Garamantia at this moment. So we're going to have these 3 armies move over. That should be absolutely fine. We're going to have these guys go here. This force here, I want them to force march. They're a long ways away. So they're going to come in about like that. Beautiful. Do we have a claim on Garamantia? We don't. We should make one. So in that case, we're going to fabricate a claim on them. And I want to fabricate a claim on like here. That'll be absolutely fine. Perfect. So that looks good. And in the meantime, we're going to allow our treasury to just build up a little bit so we can spend that back down eventually. So that looks fine. My question is, I always forget this. When does Invictus actually end? I always forget. I know I've been told. Let me actually search. What do we got? I don't know. I think it's like... It's currently 289 CE, right? I think it's probably like 500 or 700 CE. I feel like we have a while left in Invictus. I'm not sure if we actually want to stick it out the entire time. I'd kind of like to get to the end date of Invictus at least once, though. So there's that. And there's also the fact that we are probably going to need to destroy this empire between now and then. The reason being, I don't really want to import this empire into Crusader Kings. This would be insane. We would just conquer all of Crusader Kings in like 200 years. So that's not really great. I want to build up from scratch in Crusader Kings. We're still going to be playing as Hebrews and Jewish rulers, right? So that is absolutely something that we'll do, but we'll have to rebuild this, and that just makes sense. Mega campaigns are cool and all, but at a certain point, the snowball is rolling too much, and I feel like we're already well beyond that point. This is an extraordinarily powerful empire at this moment. So we'll need to start over, and that's absolutely fine. For that to happen, we'll need this empire to fracture, and there are multiple ways we could do that. We could just say it happens in the interim. That's definitely an option. But I want to attack Garamantia for right now. That is the current goal. I'm not quite ready to say that we're just going to move on to Crusader Kings here. It will happen fairly soon. The major question that I have is, do we want to just play this out until the end of Invictus? And I can never remember when that is. It's not well documented. So there's that. Invictus end date. Has that popped up yet? Does Invictus extend the timeline? Let's see here. It's probably in the files. Let's see here. This is from 2 years ago, saying that timeline extension for Invictus would end it on 1229 AUC. People are claiming it ends at the year 1 BCE. I mean, I didn't see an ending for it. Or did I? Maybe that was just too long ago. Maybe I've completely forgotten. Oh boy, that's exciting. What does it say on the Imperator wiki is the question. Because at this point, we need to just wait until the... we're just waiting until this claim fabrication is completed. So that looks good. Let's see here. Description. Blah, blah, blah. Integrated mods. Yes. Control F, end date. Does not exist. The words end date do not exist on this page. So that's exciting. I'm sure we'll find out at some point. Maybe. Or maybe we'll just get tired of it, to be honest. That could happen. At this point, I think the point at which I would say it's time to put an end to it would be when we get all of these dealt with and we have construction done basically everywhere, right? That would be the overall idea on that. And that's going to be a while yet. We've got a ways to go on that one. We've got a lot of reconstruction to do after those plagues. Particularly the first plague was the most destructive. The second plague was a lot less destructive. I want to check in, though, quickly on Olby here. So we're at 155 right now. We have 1 from aggressive expansion. That's understood. And we're definitely going to take the stability here. No doubt about that. So we have 1 from aggressive expansion, and we can boost up our relations here by 6.74. So we're going to round that to 7, and we're going to say we can take this to 162. And then sending a gift would bring that up to 187. We would need 3 additional. Okay, well now 2 additional because the aggressive expansion is no longer a thing. So that's understood. We're at this point like 2 years away from being able to get them integrated. So that's great. Let's get Esther called down. And sure, this could indeed be could indeed be useful. Who is this guy? What is he the Malk of? Heptonomus. I mean, they're not going to exist for much longer. They're being integrated. But that seems fine for now. So Garamontia, about 60% done with that claim fabrication. Looks good. We're probably going to attack the Roman Empire up over here fairly soon as well. That is something that is definitely in the cards, right? Okay, this went down to 99. That's very good to know. So 6.91, 6.99. So these are amortized out over the month ticks. Gotcha. That's good to know. So with that in mind, this is now about 7. So that means that this would be available to bring us to 163, which means that overall we'd get to 188 right now. That is so close. But it's not quite there. Indeed, that is not quite there, but it's incredibly, incredibly close. I'm going to start this improve opinion, and by the time all of that gets there, it's fairly likely that we'll be able to get there. We'll need another 5 right now, and this can be improved by an additional, like, 2.5. So that's definitely understood. This is going up a little faster than I expected it to at 2.12. No doubt about that. I do want to send them a gift, but we're not quite to where we can do that yet. So yeah, we're at 211 at this point, and the maximum possible is 212.5. So on this next month tick, we'll be at the maximum possible. That's understood. We need to get this to 165 before we can actually integrate them. That said, the moment we declare this war, we'll be there anyway, right? So that's fine. We just got a martial advance, and we'll... this guy can cover the cost. It'll be fine. I want that money. So that'll be okay, and we were working our way down this direction, right? So national citizen output would be pretty okay. There we go. 3% there. That'll boost our research efficiency up a little bit. Our research efficiency is still not where I want it to go, but it is creeping its way upwards. So that's understood. Okay, Olby. Over here, we're at 163 right now. That's absolutely understood. So on this tick, we gained 0.08, or rather we lost 0.08, which means that the recently declared war would be 0.16, with a net gain of 0.08. Definitely noted. Okay, so we're at 164 right now, And very, very shortly, that's going to go to 165. So yeah, 0.16 here. This is all exactly expected. So we need to wait a few more months, and then we can get this going. We're at 90% on Garamantia. I still find it strange that we can integrate while at war. Like, not that it progresses, but that we can start it while at war. That's not normal in Paradox games. So that's definitely noted. Do we want this to be the case? I guess it's okay. We can be a mentor. We're just one away at this point. So I'm going to improve opinion by an additional quarter point. There we go. And then we're going to send this gift as soon as this is available. It should be going up to 165 incredibly soon. So we're just going to max out our improved relations. This is not cost efficient, but we're going to get that maxed out. There we go. So this is now dropping again. And we must be so close at this point. This is going to drop over time as well. So I don't want to send this until we get to 165. That's the whole thing here. So 165, and there's our claim on Garamantia. You know what? Let's just do it this way. So we're going to declare this war. And with that in, we can now head in here, and this is not actually updated yet, but we should be able to start integration here soon. Let's send the gift, and now we can see that updates to 200, and that's exactly what we wanted. So that's excellent. We're going to come in here, we're going to come in here, we're going to come in here. Okay, we're looking to take all of this down over here. We're going to get Olby integrated as soon as our diplomats arrive. So we're going to begin integration on 2 April 1044. So that's not very far away at all. Okay, so it is currently 30 March and 2 April. Start integration. Boom. There we go. Now, we're going to want to come up here and start up a siege. And this looks great at this point. No issues. We don't expect this to be a particularly challenging war, right? No way do we expect that. So we're going to siege here, and the idea is that we're going to look to take all of this territory down here. We'll see if that's even possible. It may or it may not. I'd like to eliminate this 2K stack on the way through if we can. And I think that is indeed possible. Yeah, we're going to catch them there. That should stack wipe instantly. There we go. Perfect. Exactly what we expected there. So we just finished up here. I'm going to send these guys to siege. And that means that these are then going to be up over here, right? And we'll fight here. Looks great. So everything is proceeding absolutely according to plan at this point. We've got Olby integrating, although they're not going to be fully integrated for a long time. That's understood. And we've got these other two that are going to be integrated fairly soon. That all looks great. We have a civic perk that we can take here, which we will absolutely take that. That's the only one we can take. So that seems okay. And these two sieges are now underway. Excellent. Oh, this guy is actually retreating this way? That's even more awkward for him. Assuming we manage to get this sieged fairly quickly, anyway. We will see if that ends up being the case. Hopefully it does. Up to 28% out over this direction. Pomegranate harvest surplus. Ooh. We're going to sell them. I want that money. Money is very, very useful for us. So that is, of course, excellent. And this down over here is currently halted. We should probably just cancel construction on that. There's a number of these out over here that are halted as well. I'm just going to cancel any of these that are halted. There we go. Cool. So no more of that. Perfect. We're at 42% here. These guys should move on to here. And then they can go take over this fort. That'll be the final siege for this area, and we will see if we can take all of this. If we can, that's amazing. We would be delighted by this. They're coming in by boat over here? Okay, whatever. I really don't care. They can do what they want. It's pretty over. So here comes the 13k stack over to Tripolitania. Very rude. And I want these guys up here. Let's go. We want to take this fort as soon as possible. So they're piling in quite a few forces over here. As soon as this fort falls, we're going to go fight them. They cannot defeat this force. But they can take this and be annoying. Okay, fort fell, and we're going to head in right over here. Perfect. I don't think we're quite going to catch them there, but that doesn't actually matter. We're going to need to force march if we want to actually catch them over this way, though. And that's exactly what we're going to do. Okay, so we force marched and caught them here. They've got slingers, they've got camel cavalry, they've got light cavalry. This isn't all that threatening to us. So that looks great. This is going to fall shortly. Eventually, anyway. There we go. We won this battle. And I want to come in and stack wipe these guys. So we're going to continue to force march over here. We're not going to get reinforcements, but I want to catch this unit. We just won this siege. So these guys can make their way back over this way for now. And we're going to catch these guys here. That looks perfect. So that should stack wipe instantly. And then come back around over to here. We're going to stop force marching once we get to the highway. There we go. So we'll continue to force march through this area. That last siege was won. Perfect. And now we're just going to take this and head up this direction. So there's not much else that we want to take out over here. We're just waiting for this auto cap. We want to take this, and then it'll all be good. So no problem whatsoever there. Macedonia needs a governor. That'll be this guy. There we go. And actually, we need a commander here. So we should probably do something about that. That is Muhammad of Arabia. Okay. So we need a second commander here. This is just split. That'll do. Okay, looks fine for now. And let's head in over this direction. This guy should be drilling. He is 51 years old and only 40 loyalty. I'm going to bribe him, but he might actually be a problem a little later on. That's understood. Okay, so final location here. Let's get that taken. They have nowhere they can go unless they try to board their navy, which they could do, theoretically. There's no reason they couldn't. And we're going to come in and attack here. We're up to about 10,000 in our treasury now, so that's looking good. Let's come fight them here. This is not auto-capped, but it doesn't really need to be. It's fine. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so they're retreating back this direction, awkwardly enough. And we're just going to stack wipe them right here. Actually, they did get a morale bump, but we still stack wiped. Good. Okay, what can we take here? Question is, can we take everything that's on this side? I mean, they wouldn't accept this, but what if we did something like this? We can't get this up over here because of this territory. So this is a theoretical possibility. They wouldn't accept this. They have 10 reasons not to. That's pretty much just time. So that's understood. How much aggressive expansion is that going to be? 36. Okay. So that's absolutely fine. It's a little awkward that we can't take this. This is because of this uncolonized province here. We would be able to take it if we fought these guys, which is why I checked how much aggressive expansion this was going to be. I'm still going to come in here and start fabricating a claim. but it's going to take a little bit of time, for sure. We're going to fabricate a claim on Carthago, their most valuable province. I'm not sure that we're going to be able to take all of that, but that's not relevant right now. So our war against Garamantia is going well. They would not currently accept this. I will probably just piece this out and we'll grab this in the next war against them, I think, is the idea here. Because it's going to take a while to get Utica under our control, right? And we physically can't take anymore. This is all we can get. And this is fine. I don't mind this. We have 5 reasons at this point. Months at war and ticking war score are both ticking away. So we will get these 5 reasons very soon. So I'm going to get these guys placed here. I'm going to get these guys placed, like, down here. And then these are going to be placed here. They're just preparing for the time when they start building. Okay, let's see how we're doing here. 2 reasons at this point. Beautiful. We just basically need 1 month tick at this point. That'll bring us at least to 0. Yeah, that's 0. So 1 more month tick here should do the trick, although look at these nerds coming in over here. We're going to go deal with them, but this is very rude. They shouldn't do this. How dare they? At this point, can we piece this? -1 reasons? Okay. They're excited about this landing, then. I don't know why. They shouldn't be. This is not going to go well for them, of course. And there we go. Perfect. So at this point, they should be willing to accept peace. Yes. And this is the peace deal we want. So there we go. There's all of that territory under our control. So now we're going to have these guys go on to road build, and we want to connect up over to here for sure, and then connect up something like this. Then work our way around here. Then also work our way around here. Like that. There's a connection here already, but we're going to want to work down this direction, connect in here, and then come up kind of like this. Coming around over this direction, and then also around here. Like that, in a really kind of awkward pattern, but then connecting over to here like this. So that gets that area done. Then we're going to have these guys coming down over here. And they're going to build their road kind of like that for now. We're also going to want to come out over this way and probably build a road through here. That's going to be fairly necessary. Coming down over this direction and building a road kind of like that. That will connect into this road system, so that seems fine for now. And then they can come down like so and make sure that this is connected up. To be honest, I don't think we need these guys building road over here. I think between these two, that gets us all of the road that we need in this new territory. So these guys, they're just going to head on up over here. That looks good. We do need a new governor out in Africa, and that is understood. That'll be fine. And there we go. With that, it is about time to put a cut in here, and this seems like as good a time as any. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we're going to get these roads built, and we're going to do some building constructions with the finances that we've built up. And this is probably going to be our pattern for the next little while, until our economy really starts to recover. That's going to take a little bit. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Andy McGard, Dark Horse, Xenocyte, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.